You're now tuned in to the Chronicles Podcast, hosted by the homie Cuzzo. You busy?
We back.
What's happening, man?
What's up?
You know, shit.
How the last show go? I thought it was pretty funny.
It was pretty good. I like it.
Did you listen to it? I haven't even
Of course. I listen to every episode.
Oh,
You know.
What?
You know. me having to admit getting off the bus and all that. Yeah.
Anybody, any of your homies say something to you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
You know. Hey, when I ride it into the sunset, baby. Except the COVID thing. I got off that bus.
Yeah. It took you a long time.
You see how they're starting to open shit back up, right? They claimed all the numbers were getting worse and worse, but California is opening back up. Isn't that ass backwards?
No, closing shit down was.
I can't argue with that. I can't argue with it. You're right. It was closing shit down was ass backwards. Apparently, I don't know. I mean, you would think that they should have been open shit back up, but hey.
Well, they got the vaccine out, so let it ride, right?
I saw something earlier. It was this morning. I had got something from the Associated Press, and it said, while you're talking about the vaccine, a racial gap has opened up in the nation's COVID-19 vaccination drive, with Black Americans lagging behind whites in getting shots. An Associated Press analysis shows.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the reasoning is by that? If you had to take a shot in the dark.
If what now? Start over?
It said that, according to an analysis, African American vaccinations are lagging behind white people getting vaccinated with the COVID-19 vaccine.
Oh, that'd be a hard stab in the dark. I mean, because I think maybe a lot of factors may, depending on where they're giving it out at, may be far away from people's homes without transportation.
Even if they set up shop in the middle of an urban area, do you think that African Americans would get vaccinated?
The only thing I can really go out and say is that it will probably be the same with, there'd probably be the same numbers as the flu vaccination. I don't know. I don't know how many more are worried about contracting the virus than contracting the flu. And I can say the numbers may go up because of how it's been in the news and how it's being reported. Maybe I can see them going up for that, but a little bit above getting the flu shot, I probably suspect that would be added from how it's being reported. But I don't see a lot of black people getting it.
Do you know anybody that's gotten the vaccine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're of color. I'd have to think about it. Probably.
And you're not getting the vaccine. I take that as a maybe.
Why would you take that as a maybe? Is the mic up all the way?
Yeah. You just ain't talking loud.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not getting the vaccine. I have no plans on getting the vaccine. I'm not trying to...
You wouldn't change your mind?
For what? Why would I change my mind?
Never know.
Nope. Haven't changed. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't think the numbers are going to change with people actually looking into getting a vaccine. I don't think it's going to be a big change, man. I think people have started to sit up here and look at it like, fuck it. Shit's going to open up regardless. Maybe people look at it like, hey, at this point, I mean, it's been drilled in your head by regular TV so much. It's like, well, the average person probably now is like, well, if you're going to get it, you're going to get it at some point. Just like a flu or the cold or whatever.
Right.
I mean, are you going to walk around in a hazmat suit all goddamn day?
Some people might try that one.
You going to have sex in a hazmat suit?
I don't know. You tell me. You was on the bus. You tell me the thoughts of a pandemicer.
A pandemicer?
Mm-hmm. A pandemicist.
You can't blame me for being on that train. Let me tell you why.
I can.
Let me tell you why.
Whatever.
Because
Nigga, please.
society had a
No, wait. Hold on. Okay. You're blaming society for your decisions now?
Yes.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes, I am.
So do you make,
yes, I am. No different than a kid growing up in the hood. Yes, I am.
Nah, there's still choices.
Oh, wait a minute. So what you're saying is somebody's what's the word I'm looking for? Surroundings and all that isn't a reason to look at their judgment? Or no. It isn't. How do I want to word it?
Yeah, be careful.
You said it, not me.
Say what I said then.
You said person's personal decisions have no bearing. Pretty much, that's what you said.
You're paraphrasing, or are you saying what I said?
What did you say exactly?
About what? Just now?
Yes.
I didn't say anything.
I said so. I was affected by my surroundings.
No, you said because of, not affected. You're blaming. Blaming is something.
I said it's no different than a kid growing up in the hood.
So you're saying so what are you saying? Are you those that made you make the decision or influenced your decision?
I said it influenced my decision.
Oh, okay.
You know, I had my job was sitting here and drilling COVID-19. The TV was drilling COVID-19. News reporting was drilling COVID-19 without all the facts and data. The World Health Organization was drilling COVID-19. I think I have a good argument.
Well, why didn't I fall for none of that shit?
Because you just don't fall. You don't care.
What do you mean?
You're heartless.
What do you mean I don't care? You don't think I want to get TB or the flu or whatever?
I don't think you want to get this shit, but I think you're just like, the chips fall where they may.
But that's what's going to happen anyway, right?
I'm not disagreeing.
Well, so what is me?
You're the
Dr. Hotline?
Dr. Hotline.
Could you please help me? I got a slight cough. Doc, I may have had this back in December.
Dr. Hotline.
That's you. Oh, shit. Hello, Doctor. That's you.
Oh, my gosh. Dr. Hotline.
Oh, that's you. That was you.
It was me.
I almost burnt my mouth. That was you. So what made you be like that?
I just explained it.
That's not. Those are the influences. But
right.
You know why?
That obviously influenced my decision making and my thought process. Obviously. When you have everywhere sitting here and ingraining this, you can't say
I was being bombarded too.
You weren't being bombarded like I was.
Wow. Though. You came here every Thursday.
My job at the time, TV, reporting.
We was going through the same shit.
Yeah, but you just don't give a fuck. And
what?
And not saying to your detriment, because you're just not around a bunch of motherfuckers, but I'm around a lot more people than you.
Yeah, that's true.
So, of course. See, now we're justifying my thought process.
No, you are. Not we. You are.
No, it's French. We.
Because I don't understand it. I was trying to tell you from the beginning. You was like, no, I had this in December. Like yada yada.
To be fair, last January when I got really sick, 2 weeks before, I did a couple prepaids of people that had been internationally travel, and one person was from China. Two were from I want to say Australia.
Hold on. Where were they from in China?
I don't know.
So how the fuck you bring that up?
I'm saying in general. Let me finish.
Well, why you just say
people,
international travelers?
2 people were from Australia. I said international.
Okay, well, why you need to mention this?
Because I'm saying where they were from. I think 2 were from Australia and 1 was like from Germany.
Okay.
So, doing that line of work, working with phone companies and shit, you're exposed to a lot of people that travel internationally, a lot of people that travel, shit like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yes. Still light work. So
How is it light work?
There's Australian germs and German germs.
I just said that.
Chinese, Asian,
It could have been
germs.
somebody from Australia or Germany that brought it. That's what I'm saying.
What?
COVID.
Nigga, how you know you had COVID? Or not flu A or B or something else, or just you were sick. How the fuck you didn't know what you had?
Okay, well, I'm saying. Well, we'll never know anyway, because
you never know.
Didn't the World Health Organization...
You didn't dial the doctor hotline then?
Was it the CDC or the World Health Organization?
Ring.
Look, they just put out that a lot of the tests were giving out false positives. And they just put that out, ironically, after the inauguration. They put that information out. So a lot of these tests were giving out false positives.
Well, let's hope that it don't come on the news that you should jump from a 5-story building head first.
Well, I'm definitely not doing that.
Who knows?
You know I'm not doing that, and I know I'm not doing that.
I don't know.
You don't know?
If everybody in your office jumped out the window, would you jump behind?
No, they'd be some dead motherfuckers.
Okay, I'm saying you was riding the COVID. I'm just asking a few questions.
I'd be like, man, I don't know about this.
You didn't say that about the COVID.
That's no better than.
You didn't say nothing about the COVID.
That's no better than the Heaven's Gates do,
Nigga,
man. I don't know about this applesauce thing.
You was on the hotline like everybody else. One cough, a sneeze.
As soon as a nigga tell me we all gotta eat applesauce and wear the same Nikes, I'll be like, why? Why do we all need to wear the same Nikes?
A nair question when you was on the bus the whole time.
Hey, I started to ask questions.
No, you did.
And I did talk with people at work when you sat up here and wasn't never on the bus. So it's not like I sat up here and listened to your point of view the whole time.
Right.
I didn't not listen to your point of view.
But I didn't influence you till...
But when you're sitting here and you're dealing with customers, like I said, in that line of work at the time...
But why didn't you... You talk to me every week, but I didn't influence you enough.
You did, but like I said, when you're out, you have the luxury. You don't deal with a lot of people. Mm-hmm. You're not just in a lot of people's faces. In that line of work that I was doing, when you're around... possibly 100 people a day, possibly more, possibly less, but let's just estimate it about 100 people. You just don't know. And then every other motherfucker in line is coughing and sneezing, and you sitting here trying to do like Floyd Mayweather and shoulder roll shit. So it's like, every time a motherfucker was coughing and sneezing, it's like, wait a minute, you cough too much, we're gonna have to ask you to go.
But motherfucker was coughing before January. Ain't nobody say nothing.
I agree.
That lady, when I was in there, was coughing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, she was. She was hacking her lung up.
Oh, first she got to go. She done gave everybody hepatitis, TB, flu A, flu B,
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Everything else.
Every alphabet letter.
Yeah, as soon as pandemic, bitch, you got it. Get out. That's stupid. That is stupid. That is stupid. Isn't that stupid? That is stupid.
It is funny because I sat up here and saw your face when you turned around and said, God damn.
Yeah. I'm like, God damn. Bitch, ain't nobody asked this bitch to come her mouth. And then this one girl just sitting right next to her smiling. Even if I was sitting there, she had to see that look on my face. I'm like, but you ain't at home. Man, you need to take that outside. Cough that up outside. It could come back.
Come back.
Get that out outside. You sound terrible. God damn. I might have got fired that day.
Oh, gosh. I'm laughing.
Y'all been helping people. You heard from across the room. Bitch, what's wrong with you? Hey, man, you can't talk to me. God damn, this bitch coughing all over everything.
She coughing on phones across the
Man,
across
the way
lobby.
she was hacking it, the whole place was contaminated. Motherfucker needed to open all the doors and windows and everything. Take an hour lunch break. Fumigate that motherfucker. Damn, I was like, man, that's nasty. I usually either put my hand in front of my mouth or try to suppress it, or at least back away from the person a little bit. They sitting at that little ass table. She, she had the cough where you could hear the phlegm and all that stuff coming out from the down deep.
Way down in the valley deep.
she had motherfucking what is your lung tissue called? The broccoli eye or something. Whatever. She had that shit coming. She had lung tissue coming out.
So man, we gotta say rest in peace to Cicely Tyson.
Oh yeah.
Man, we lost her and Larry King within a week.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm still trying to process Larry King, man.
Man, that motherfucker's dead.
I get that, but I'm saying, like, I have to... Larry King is like one of those figures I remember from my childhood.
And Cicely Tyson isn't?
I'm saying, but what I'm saying is I totally get Cicely Tyson. But in the capacity... They're both great, but I'm saying in the capacity of what Larry King's, what his thing was, interviews, television, all that. Like I said, I honestly can't sit and think of a person he hasn't interviewed, right? I think he's interviewed everybody.
I guess.
Huh.
I never watched Larry King that much.
I honestly probably think he might be the GOAT when it comes to this interview shit.
Maybe.
And where do you rank Cicely Tyson acting?
One at a time.
Of all time.
I don't know of all time. I mean, damn. I've only been living 46 years.
In your mind, in your all time.
She's one of them. I don't know. I can't say of all time. There was probably many great actors, male and female. Of course, I haven't seen all of them, so I don't know if any. I think she definitely joins them. She's been around as long as I have. Longer, obviously. Another motherfucking 96. A motherfucker another 54 years. No. 49 years. No, 39 years. I'm sorry. No, 49 years. Yeah, she's been around another 49 years. So, shit, she was 49 when I was born.
Damn. And you're old, nigga.
So, she had almost been around 50 years before I even was born. So, she did all that acting stuff way. I should say a lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah?
So, dang,
Do you believe in reincarnation? I don't think I've ever asked you that.
I don't have it. I don't see any basis for it.
None?
No.
So you don't have any thoughts on people that have believed that they've lived previously?
Oh, I don't know what that is. I have no... How do you know that's reincarnation?
What else could it be?
I don't know. I don't think reincarnation explains all of it. What it is.
If
I'm
they
sure it's a
recall
theory.
past memories from a previous lifetime.
I mean, that because they say what it is doesn't mean that's what it is. I mean, it could be that, but I don't know if it's that or not. I don't know what's going on with that. I've heard of that before. I don't know if that's reincarnation.
Okay. I can dig it. You see, that's what I wanted to get into before I get into the other shit.
What?
So you didn't watch the Ashanti and Keyshia Cole battle?
No. What for? Why are you bringing that bullshit up again?
Because I wanted to talk about it last week briefly.
Oh, go ahead.
Why was that battle even showed?
You weren't interested. You watched it. If you watched it, why you think? So there you go.
I just don't understand.
You riding the bus.
I just don't understand.
You interested in the activity.
You know what? We need to.
And then you question. So you riding the bus and you question why you're on the bus.
We need to sit up here.
Doesn't make any sense.
I think if we blow up bigger and we can start doing merchandise and printing up more shirts, we need to get you the Docious I Don't Know shirt. Okay. And we need to get you the You're on the Bus shirt. And get a school bus.
Yeah. No, the short bus.
Get some Chronicles merchandise. I'm on the bus. Yeah. They just don't. I tried to listen to some Keyshia Cole the other day, and she's got maybe 2 tracks, but like I said, if I'm sitting up here and I'm trying to set the mood, Keyshia Cole or Ashanti ain't doing that for me.
It might. You might. If you were younger, it might.
I can't even see how that if you're younger.
But you're not younger. So how would you know? It's music for everybody. Set mood music for everybody.
Keyshia Cole and Ashanti is my generation, though. That's not a younger generation.
No, I'm saying, okay. So this is what I'm.
Ain't no young people listening to Ashanti and Keyshia Cole.
Why not? How you know?
This generation isn't. No.
How the fuck did you know? What
not
stats did you?
Not that generation. No. Not the pill popping. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to say what you say, if that's what you believe, fine. So what I'm saying is that the way I believe it is that in my generation, you have so many other. You have a different. I don't want to say style. I want to say. I just say a different way of making music when I was younger than they do now. Mm-hmm. So no, I wouldn't use. I mean, I guess I could, but that wouldn't be the first thing I thought of. Mm-hmm. There's way more. When you say that, I think that what I hear you saying is there's way more other music that you can use that you know about that can set your mood. So as you haven't heard or know or not knowing of other music, you use what's there. So a younger person will probably not think of Luther Vandross or all those other.
But they're not going to think of Ashanti either. They're going to think of like The Weeknd. I get what you're saying, but I think you're looking in the context of Keyshia Cole and Ashanti is this generation. They're not this generation, this current generation.
I'm not saying they are. Mm-hmm. Well, they are a part of it.
They're all,
but what I'm saying is some people might look at those two for music other than yourself. A younger crowd, an older crowd wouldn't because they may not even heard of Ashanti or
older
Keyshia
crowd
Cole.
Would have to because the older crowd would know Ashanti and Keyshia Cole more than they would know more than a younger crowd.
But I'm not talking about knowing. I'm talking about setting mood music. To me, those are two different things. So I know a Keyshia Cole and Ashanti, but I don't. Those wouldn't be go-to mood music for me.
I'm saying, and when I say mood music, I'm not saying like. I'm talking about like if you're having company over, that kind of mood. Trying to set the tone.
Any mood that you decide to set. It doesn't matter. It could be that. It could be a bunch of other things. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying it has to be.
Why don't you light some candles and play some Ashanti tonight?
Well, you have to leave.
And you play some Ashanti? You'd play some Ashanti?
If I chose to.
Would you play
some
Ashanti? My girl
might.
No, would you play some Ashanti?
I just said I wouldn't, but I could. I'm saying I wouldn't be above playing it. I just might not think of that at first. Because of my age.
What Ashanti song would you play?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I haven't heard a lot of her songs because I was in jail when she came out. So the only things I could have heard was what they played on the radio. So that's basically all I know about mostly about her is the shit they would play on the radio. Other than that, I don't know a lot of her songs. She's got a lot of nice ones. Keyshia Cole too. So I don't know.
Interesting. Huh. Okay.
But no, I didn't watch it. I wasn't like you trying to watch a battle.
Well, I mean, Keyshia had titties out, so of course I was going to pay attention. Gotta love it when the titties is out.
I guess. Was it a titties versus battle?
It might as well have been. Titties and thighs battle. Might as well have been. You can put it on mute, and I love the verses. You can watch the whole shit on mute. Just add it on my big screen TV. Just watch it on mute, baby. All right, that's all I want to say on that. I just, like I said, when I sit up here and I'm trying to set a mood or something, that's just not.
But you said that last time.
I just don't. Looking back now, after listening to a lot of their stuff, even back in the day, like I just don't get how somebody could set a mood with that.
They're not you.
I don't know.
All right.
You know, it's just my opinion, but hey.
Of course.
You saw Conor lost last week.
Who?
You saw Mcgregor lost last week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's done.
That was a knockout heard around the world.
That Manny Pacquiao fight is off the table now because it was rumored that he was going to fight Pacquiao. Boxing. You wouldn't watch that?
Nope.
Why not? You gonna watch the Mayweather and Paul fight, right?
Nope.
You're not gonna order that.
Order it?
Yeah.
Pay?
Yeah. Per view.
Shit.
Per view. He said pay per view.
Nope. Will not be doing that, brother.
Okay, though. Let's get into this Robin Hood thing. So I want you to explain this to me now.
Okay, what?
Explain what happened and why is everybody mad?
Why would everybody be mad?
Because people, I guess they were saying people in the Robin Hood app couldn't access it or some shit like that.
Well, they're mad because they can't get their hands on any more stock. That they could be mad about that. That can't be mad about people making money. That's what happens. That's what those derivatives are there for.
Okay, so what happened?
So, from what I just read, so I'm trying to speak basically. A stock is a partial ownership of a company, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in some markets, taking a long position, well, I can't even gonna say all that. Taking a position in stock, whether you're buying or selling, you can make money going both ways.
Mm-hmm.
So buying a stock and holding a stock, you're waiting for the stock to rise. So if you buy, say the stock is $10 a share, you buy the stock. You buy the stock of a company at $10 a share. It goes to, say you have one share to make it simple. It goes to $15. You make $5 a share.
Mm-hmm.
So you now have $15 worth, value. So if you would go to the market to sell it, if it's going at $15, then you would get 15.
What is that sound?
I don't know. What sound do you hear?
Are you like rubbing your pants?
Oh yeah.
So I'm like either we're near like a river or some shit.
So you would, if the stock rose to $15, you would to sell your share.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got $15 for it, and you sold it for $15. Then you would have $15 instead of the $10 you spent to buy the stock. So you would have $5 profit.
Mm-hmm.
So in this particular case, from what I read, is that big companies who buy and sell stock as part of their portfolios were betting. Oh, let me explain the other side. So you can make money that way. You can short sell a stock, which is that you borrow the stock on margin. That's what it's called. And so what that means is the margin is this being lent to you at a lower price with the promise that you'll return the shares from where you borrowed the shares from.
Right.
So that means is that if the stock is now at $10, you think it's going to go to $5.
Mm-hmm.
You then go and get the stock at $5, and you make the $5 that you didn't have to. Let me get this right. You make okay. So when you short sell it, you've already you okay. Damn, it's hard to explain. So the short sell on margin, when you borrow the stock to sell it to somebody, you sold it to the person for $10. So when you if it goes down, you then go buy the stock for $5, and you keep the $5 that you sold that you got when you sold the stock, and you buy it from the market, and you return it to the peak person for plus their fee, whatever you use to get it on margin, and then you keep the difference from the money you sold. So instead of it's. Did you understand what I said?
Fuck no, but go ahead.
Okay. This is a stop.
Let's
I want you to understand.
Okay.
Because it keeps flooding back to me. So maybe that's why I'm missing it. Okay, so this piece of paper represents one stock.
Right.
If you buy it, right,
Mm-hmm.
boom, it's your stock.
It's mine.
It's $10.
Right.
Okay.
That's the value of it.
That's the value of it.
Mm-hmm.
So if it goes up, you can then sell the stock and get the $15. Say it goes up $5.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have $15. That was your profit. It's $5. Okay. The same thing happens when you short sell it. The person borrows the stock from someone, sells it to someone who like yourself, and gets the money from them.
Okay.
So it's just a short sale. Instead of buying it, the person who's making, instead of the person you being the buyer, you're now the seller. So you take this stock, you borrow it from somebody at $10 or for a fee. You go sell it to somebody who wants to buy it for $10. It goes down, right? You then purchase the stock for $5. Of the $10, you use the $10 you got when you sold it to buy it back at $5.
Okay.
So then you keep the $5, and then you return the stock to from where you borrowed it from, plus the fees. So we're not gonna say any fees. We're just gonna keep it simple. So you keep the $5. That's a short sale.
So
Shorting the stock. So what happened was the big companies like hedge funds and stuff do moves like these because it makes big money sometimes. So they were on the other side of the market, as you say. They were short selling. So what they did was they went and borrowed the stock and sold the stock to people who were buying it at whatever price, saying it was going to go down. So when it goes down, they buy it back and keep the money that they sold from when they first sold the stock. So that's how they make the money.
So explain this then.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I got this article pulled up from CNBC where it's trying to give a recap of what happened on Wall Street. What made Gamestop? What made them skyrocket 400%
I'm gonna keep
in
going.
1 week?
I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, what made them jump up?
So all the companies buying and selling the stock makes the stock fluctuate.
Right.
So as the stock gets more, say sold, more people want it. It causes the price to go up.
So, okay, stop right there. We're taking this baby step by baby step. Okay, so me being on the outside of this looking in, me being a gamer, because I buy a lot of games.
Has nothing to do with that.
No, hold on. What I'm saying, listen to what I'm saying.
Don't compare to that. It has nothing to do with whether you buy games.
I'm not comparing.
So
Listen.
then don't use because you're setting the foundation for you to understand it has nothing to do with gaming.
Listen to what I'm saying. Let me finish the thought.
Right.
So, what I'm saying is, I am a frequent customer of GameStop.
It has nothing to do with that.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
Let me finish my thought.
All right.
I get what you're saying, but listen. for all the people out there who are like me, who don't deal in stock, who sit up here and just go and buy a lot of games, we're gamers, yada, yada, yada. From what we saw on the outside, because you're talking on the inside, from the outside as a consumer, my thought process was, and as well as yours partially, because you're a consumer as well, everybody thought that GameStop was going out of business pretty much with the pandemic, with all this shit happening.
Well,
so
that
what
has
made
that has nothing? That's what I'm saying. That all that you wasted time right there has nothing to do with it.
nothing?
Nothing.
But weren't they getting ready to go out of business?
That has nothing. That has something. Now that has something to do with it.
Right.
Only because of what the bigger companies who have a lot of who invest in stocks, when they buy or sell a large portion of stock, that sometimes affects the price because of the buying and selling. Therefore, the fundamental traders so you have technical traders and you have fundamental traders.
So when they see, it's like, hold on, I know you didn't like I cut you off. I got to keep slowing you down. So what you're saying is, if I was to put it in layman hood's terms, if me and you are out somewhere in a park or something, and a comedian made a joke once that black people, if we see one black person run, then we'll all start running with them, and then we'll ask later why the fuck we was running.
That's basically fundamental trading.
Okay, there we go.
Okay,
Woo.
but if you had let me
out.
finish, I would have explained to you the difference between a fundamental trader or a technical trader.
Okay, go ahead.
But that's a fundamental trader who looks at news reports, word of mouth, the things on the outside. Now, a technical trader may look at the sheets of the business, or the insides of the business. They may have a 30-day moving average, any type of Fibonacci. That's old stuff. Moving averages, any type of I'd say any type of measurement they would use to track the price of the stock, the 52-week high, the 52-week low, stuff like that. So tracking the price of the stock and having a buy point, sell point, whatever, that's a technical trader. And you can have a mixture of both. You can be either or, you can mix them all together. So what happened is that the fundamentalists who look at what other businesses are doing, if pure fundamentalist traders, fundamental traders, or a mixture of the both, are looking at what the bigger company is doing, right? So what you mentioned was that they said the company was going out of business. So the companies who recognize this said, well, let's short it, because as it goes out of business, it's going to bring the stock price down. So then they go borrow a bunch of the stock and then sell the stock to other people who are still buying it. So there's always going to be somebody else on the other side. If I short the stock, somebody's buying it. If somebody's selling the stock, somebody's buying it. So that's how the market works. It's called a clearinghouse. So on both sides of it, there's always going to be the long position and short position is always going to be, because that's the way it works. You can't be, if there's nobody buying it, there's not going to be anybody selling it, basically. So there's a person on this side that's called the buying it, and there's somebody on the other side of it who's selling it. Not necessarily it has to be short selling it. It could be somebody who owns it, who bought it, and who's selling it too, but not making a short position. But specifically, we're talking about a person who makes a short sale of the stock, and why this particular instance that the stock went up.
Right.
Okay. Or why the people are in trouble. Okay. So when you short sell the stock, when you borrow the stock to sell it to somebody, you have to get that stock back, because that's that's the short sale. So you have to return the stock from where you got the merger, not the merger, but the margin. Sorry. Yeah. So you have to return the stock. So what then happens is those people who have billions or millions of dollars in short selling stock have to get that stock back out of the market. So what I'm saying is, to buy the stock back, they have to get it from somebody, from somewhere who has it, right? So then, if the other people who are on those investment group, would you say?
Robinhood?
Right. So they're like, oh shit, these people who got these billions of dollars in short sales has to buy it back. So if I buy the stock at $15 or $20, they gotta come to someone like me to get the stock back to return on margin the stock.
Right.
So for the person who short sells it, they want the stock to go down. Okay, so say a person gets the stock, the short sale gets the stock at $10. They want the stock to go down, right?
Right.
But it goes up to $20. So now they have to take the $10 that they got from selling it and add $10 to make the $20 to go get the stock at $20. So they lost $10. So so the stock goes from $10 to $100. They have to go put $90 of their money in to get the stock back to return on merger. So wait, don't interrupt.
Okay.
So ask the question afterward.
Okay.
So what made the stock go up is because people started buying it. So
He's excited, y'all.
No, I'm trying to explain it.
I know, but you're excited.
No, I'm trying. Why you keep fucking interrupting me?
Go ahead, though. Go ahead.
Do you want me to explain it to you or not?
I want you to explain it. I just like that you're excited about it.
I'm not excited. I'm explaining something.
Go ahead.
Fuck it. Never mind.
Go ahead.
Think of it wherever you want to think of it.
I just got good questions.
Well, wait till I'm done.
Okay, finish your PowerPoint.
So now the people who are recognizing on the whatever app you said or whatever it was, or any market, Robinhood, whatever it was, so they start buying the stock just at whatever stock price it is. Maybe it's up to 10, it's up to 15. So these people who short selling like, oh shit, now it's costing us money. Now our position is fucked up. So what happens is people who sell stock on margin are exposed to potentially all those losses because they have to recover the stock and give it back at a higher price because they're on the other side of it. They're on the short side of it, the selling side. So all the people who are not short selling and just buying the stock, that caused the stock to skyrocket. And then when the stock skyrockets, more people are just buying it because it's going up. So you have everybody in trying to make money off of it, the short side and the long side. People who are buying it because they know that these people who are on margin have to get the stock back. People are buying it because it's going up. So that even forces the least available of the stock with the pressures of people buying it. No matter what they're doing, for whatever reason, forces the stock to go higher. So that's why the stock has went up because of that. Those are the actions that causes a stock price to go up. Not in all cases, just in this particular case. That's it.
Now I can ask my question.
Yeah, you can ask your question.
Okay, so let me see. So it's saying that Robinhood and Interactive Brokers limited trading in several of the heavily shorted names to closing positions only, meaning that traders could not buy up shares as prices fell.
So they were locked out.
Right.
They're mad.
So
that happens when when you're locked out. Sometimes is when the price goes up rapidly, too fast. Because what has to happen is, when you get out of position, whether you're on the merger or you just want to sell it, the stock has a place. And what I mean by that, this might not be the term they use, but the stock has to stop moving enough for you to get the order in to sell. So there's a clearinghouse, and they match sales to buy, sales to buy. And so it has to slow down a little bit because if it's moving too fast, you can't get out.
Now, is that because Robinhood's a free app?
No.
So that doesn't have anything to do.
It's connected to the market. It has nothing to do with it being free or not.
So how would that app lock out so many people?
The app isn't locked out. They're trying to when you make anybody who has access to the market.
Because it says Robinhood also hiked their margin requirements on trades, making it harder for traders to use leverage to load up on stocks and auctions.
Right, because that's a fee. Those are fees. So that what they're trying to do is they're trying to slow not necessarily slow the market down, but slow the buying or the selling and stock. So what they were stop letting people make a new position. Mm-hmm. They were only letting people get out of the short position. So they were matching only the short positions closing. Mm-hmm. So that's a position closed. If you buy it on merger, then you buy the stock back, that position's closed. If you buy a stock and you currently own the stock, then you sell it, that position's closed. Mm-hmm. So that's the matching, the clearinghouse they have. So on either side, there has to be a buyer for each seller, a seller for each. There has to be a buyer for each seller, and a seller for each buyer at a certain price. So that's the clearinghouse. So if it's going up and down, then they can't get a price on where you can get in or get out. So boom, they're slowing it down.
Okay, I get it. I don't know. There's a lot of people pissed.
Well, some because they can't get out, some because they can't get in. That's what happens. If it's rapidly, if people are sell, and you're not shorting it, you're just trying to get out before you. If you bought 100 shares at $10, $1,000, your shit is going down to 700, 800. You're trying to get out, but the price is moving down so rapidly. You may get out at 7 when you're trying to get out at 9. You may get out at 6 when you're trying to get out. So it's got to match though. You got to find a buyer that's trying to buy that many shares. Boom, they match you at the price. Boom, you were out of position.
So then it could be the app. It could be the issue.
Oh my God, nigga, are you listening to me?
What I'm saying is, could the app handle that much traffic?
It has nothing to do with the app.
You don't think that it could be an issue with the app?
Why do you think that? Why do you think that?
Because the app could have been overloaded.
But why do you think that? Why do you think that?
Because apps can have a lot of traffic.
Why do you think that? You have no reason to think what you're thinking. You're just thinking some shit out of the blue sky. You have no basis to think what you're thinking. You just guessing. I'm telling you what the fuck is happening. You asking some bullshit ass questions about the app.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most excited Docious has been to cover a subject in a while. Can you imagine that, y'all? He is excited to sit up here and talk about that. I don't know. I saw it in the news. It shocked me a little bit. Docious in there giving kisses, being daddy-o. Yeah, I don't know. That shit's crazy, man. I always thought GameStop was... I don't know. Is GameStop done or what? That's my question. Niggas can't get PS5s from GameStop. Can't even get Xboxes from GameStop. I said, well, shit, they must be done. I don't know. It's going between them and AMC and a lot of these people, man, they might be done dizzle. Theaters ain't reopening or anything. It's a hot mess. As the world turns, though, right? I don't know. Hey, can't get my hands on a PS5. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. Those changing asses and shit, y'all.
There's something wrong. So if there's something wrong with that, the app like that, they could be liable. I feel they could be liable for people not being able to get out of their positions. And I'm sure they don't want that. Because I would be mad if the app failed and I was trying to get out or overloaded. I would be pissed because if I'm trying to save some money and the app glitch cost me $200-$300, I'd be mad. Unless they said that in the when you sign up. So stop thinking that. You're just coming up with shit.
I gotta ask any question.
I kept telling you what was happening, but you kept answering the question.
This is my first time. You know, you can't expect me to go get a pass on the first try, right?
I don't know. I'm sitting here explaining it to you. Asking some zany questions.
I gotta ask the zany questions. I'm the zany questions guy.
I guess so.
You know, it's just no telling.
Obviously.
You know, look at Doe whipping up a bottle. Look at him.
What?
Whipping up bottles.
What's wrong with that?
It's cute. Yeah. You know? And I don't know. Maybe I'll get some stock. I wonder if I can get stock in WWE right now. They just did that Peacock deal though, so I don't know. They shit might be going down. Motherfucking sold the network to Peacock, man. Peacock's only $5 a month. So I don't know. We'll see. I was talking about maybe I should buy me some stock.
Nigga, you don't understand the first thing about it. Why the fuck would you do that?
Why not? You know,
You calling me, asking me those silly ass questions.
Yeah, you
I'm
be my
nigga
personal.
sell that shit. Leave me alone.
You be my personal stock advisor. I can call you anytime and get stock advice. I call you 3 in the morning. Hey man, it's 7 o'clock on the East Coast. What do I do?
I don't know what you gonna do. I'm going back to sleep.
That's how it goes down, right? It goes off East Coast time,
It goes
right?
to the time of this market.
Yeah, that's East Coast time, right?
Wherever it is. It could be if you're in foreign markets, whenever they open and close, that's the time you're on.
Yeah. So yeah, though, it's about 7 a.m. East Coast time, man. We need.
It might be too late. Your shit might be fucked off when you get up in the morning.
It might be too late.
Yeah.
When the market's open, it might be too late.
No, because they trade. It trades off market too.
Then why do they always say Wall Street closes at a certain time?
It does only because of the hours.
Mm-hmm.
It closes to.
But trading still goes on afterwards.
Yes.
Huh. Okay.
I should say price fluctuations go on afterwards.
Mm.
Because the market is closed, because you don't have access to trade, doesn't mean the numbers, the stock stops moving or things that are happening. Or what happens is, so in the clearinghouse, so there's still positions being getting, you have stop loss positions, you have those positions who hit certain marks are still being hit, are still being cleared and traded. Mm-hmm. So that affects the market too as it's opening up to the back up to the public. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So that can affect your stock prices overnight also.
Well, my last topic today.
What's up?
Are you ready to talk about your best friend again?
Who?
Your boy T.I.
Oh no.
We have to talk about it. It's the hottest thing going on right now in hip hop. It's the
Is
hottest thing.
Has he went to jail?
He is not.
All right, then. So how is it hot? Because somebody say some shit?
We are up to over last. I think somebody said 19, but it's definitely over 15 women now with accusations.
So what happens? Do they believe him? Do they believe the women? Is there a I believe the women movement?
I agree, right?
I don't know.
They're facing allegations of sex trafficking. Over 15 women have come forward accusing the couple of coercing them into compromising sexual situations involving drugs and money.
That doesn't sound illegal.
Sabrina Peterson, a former friend of the Harris family who accused T.I. of assault, has compiled a series of messages she received from the alleged abuse victims on Instagram. One anonymous woman detailed an incident that took place during CIAA in Charlotte in 2016. She claimed she went to Tiny and T.I.'s hotel suite at the Ritz-Carlton and her phone was confiscated and Molly and cocaine were handed out.
Okay, so did she take it willingly?
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Only the people who removed their pants were told to stay.
Okay.
I watched him.
Is that illegal?
Hold on, I'm not done. Let me read the article.
What?
I love this though.
I'm saying if
okay.
a motherfucker, if you was at a bitch hotel, she said take your pants off or leave, what you going to do?
Okay.
Complain that you took your pants off and stayed?
Hold on.
What type of bullshit is that?
I watched him drag girls back and forth from the bedroom to the bathroom to the living room, she wrote. One girl was crying because she wanted to leave, but they refused to give her her phone to call an Uber. The woman who was excused from the activities because she knew someone in T.I.'s entourage said she witnessed the rapper tell his security to come pick this bitch up off the bed because she couldn't walk. The alleged victim was almost unconscious and her pulse was barely there, according to the witness. She described T.I. as an absolute monster who uses money and power to manipulate people, and Tiny is his secret weapon. Another woman says she was working as an escort stripper in 2013 when T.I. invited her to take drugs and have sex with him and Tiny in return for payment. She claims Tiny got upset that T.I. was showing her more attention and hit her before T.I. choked her out. When she threatened to tell, she was told she could face deportation.
So I don't see anything. Why is she on there?
Other
Did shit happen?
accounts-
Did nothing? Okay, wait. So,
Other accounts include one underage victim who claims she and her friend were pressured for sex during 2005 NBA All-Star Weekend. And another woman who said the girls were so high it seemed like they were dead. One person Peterson accused T.I. of putting a gun to her head following a physical altercation. Goes on and on.
Well,
These, of course, are all allegations.
well, I'm okay. So out of all you said there, I don't know if the girl was underage. If the girl was underage at the time they did something, that may be a problem. Him pulling a gun on her at an altercation that has nothing to do with the sex trafficking and everything. It sounds like, I don't mean, unless he was trying to make her do something, but it sounded like that was the argument. So if somebody comes to their wherever they are, and it sounds like people have taken the drugs willingly. It doesn't sound like when you said it sounded like somebody was talking for an alleged victim and not the victim themselves. Mm-hmm. So that doesn't make, unless it's the person who is saying what happened, we don't know what happened. So I don't see anything right now. It's just a bunch of bullshit to me. So why even if Teeny...
But Cosby went to jail for less, right?
Well, no, he didn't go for less. It got to a point where it got to court. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they brought shit that happened so long ago into court, but if it gets to court, then that's a different story. But right now, it doesn't sound like anything. I don't think there's anything wrong or illegal for if not making. If you say, hey, you stay here, you gotta take your pants off. Now, if they close the door and make the person take their pants off, that's different. But if they say this is a draws only party.
This is a Molly and Coke draws
take
only
it
party.
as you want. They didn't say they forced her to take it. Those drugs are illegal if they catch you in possession. But if nobody's forcing anybody to take anything,
Now, a couple years ago,
I don't see how it'd be my fault if I offer you drugs and now it's abuse.
A couple years ago, didn't Tiny, if I'm not mistaken, allegedly, I think she did though. I think she got caught with like X or Molly or some shit in the car in L.A.
I don't care. That's their business.
T.I. showed us like his Molly, don't he?
I don't care. If that's what they like doing, who gives a fuck? I don't care.
Docious, bring me the Molly expeditiously.
If that's what they're in there taking.
I wish we had a camera for your face just now. You said.
If that's what they're taking, that's up to them. I don't see why it's even news, really. I don't.
Bring me the Molly.
That's not sex trafficking.
Bring me the Molly expeditiously.
Because they like having sex with other bitches and taking drugs. That's not. I don't know how's that sex trafficking.
I don't know. It depends on what the law is, right?
No, if I invite somebody over to have sex with me or whomever else, my wife or girlfriend, how is that sex trafficking? Sex trafficking, I thought, was if you take a motherfucker, you make them have the sex for whatever profit or whatever ever, or you take them somewhere for that thing. Not if they're doing it willingly.
I guess coercing them into compromising sexual situations.
That's how they explain it. But if you're an adult and I say, hey, I got some dope over here, and you choose to do it, that's not cool. That's not cool. For me, coercion is if,
until we know the full story.
Coercion would be more as if you're gonna do this or I'm not gonna do this. So if you got
that's more like
no, if I got somebody in the car,
that's kind of quid pro quo-ish.
No. If I say, well, have sex with me, and I'm not gonna give you a ride home, or I'm gonna take you way out somewhere and force you because you can't get back on your own, and I know it.
But that's still
coercion.
That's not coercion. That's quid pro quo.
No, it's not.
That's still
quid pro quo is you do something for quid pro quo is you do something for me, I'll do something for you. That's not
coercing. If I'm not mistaken, I'm going to look up the definition in a minute. Coercing would be like, Doe, I think you should buy this car. I think.
No.
If you buy this car, then I'm willing to throw on this. If you buy the car, I think that's
nothing illegal. That's more. I think coercion is more like entrapment, something that a person normally wouldn't do, but you using. You're on both. Coercion, I think, is more like when you're on both sides. So the person's with you, right?
The practice of persuading someone to do something by using force or threats.
Right.
But saying that you're going to drop somebody off using your
no.
Example,
so what
that's not a threat, though.
It is, because when your person's in the car, you driving way out to motherfucking Palmer. They live in Anchorage. They're with you. You have no intention of going to Palmer. You just zoom out to Palmer. And you say, well...
But if you just drive to Palmer and you don't say, or I'm going to drive to Palmer...
Well, that's the coercion of... So that's what I'm saying. The person is saying that I didn't want to go to... When it gets to court, the person's going to say, I didn't want to go to Palmer. Mm-hmm. He threatened to drop me off in Palmer when I live in Anchorage unless I did this.
So what if he didn't say that and he just drove out to Palmer and they were in the car together?
Well, if he requested something of the person, would do something, knowing that and threatened that they weren't going to take him back to Anchorage to do it, yes, that's coercion. So that's what I didn't see from what you read to me. If the person comes in the hotel, if we're going to have sex,
those are the accusations as we know.
That's what I'm saying. Person. So I don't know. It doesn't sound. They're making it sound bad, but I don't see it as bad. If you come in my hotel room, I say, look, you got to fuck when you come in here. You don't, or you got to leave. That's not coercion. To me, it's not. They coming in the same. I ain't taking them downtown. I said, this is what we doing in here. I don't want you in here unless that's what you doing. Oh, well, I'm not doing it. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Mm-hmm. And if they come in, right? Now, wait. If they come in and they still don't, then you say, hey, you got to leave.
Yeah.
To me, that's not coercion.
Okay. It's an interesting note. Okay. Huh. I don't know.
I don't think it's something doing it of their own free will. Say, yeah, you want to fuck? Yeah, okay, come on in. Not saying after that, if the person says no, male or female, that you're supposed to do it anyway. If they say they don't want to, then okay, well, I'll talk to you later.
T.I. might be in a bit of a bind now, huh?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think he's going to suffer any repercussions from this?
If they've been doing it, why would they suffer some repercussions now? Because some people disagree with what they're doing.
Well, because it's public now.
It's been public to certain people. If that's what they've been doing, them bitches that Bill Cosby was with, they knew what Bill Cosby was doing.
Yeah.
We made T'Chaka. Are you dreaming? What the fuck are you doing over there?
He's just wagging his tail.
What are you doing over cut your nails again?
Yeah, he's wagging his tails or some shit.
So I don't know. I don't see anything that's personally, because I know people lie. People talk so much shit about nothing.
They said, let me see. Let me read T.I.'s statements.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, what the fuck? Oh, okay. Pretty much he said if the people don't stop, they're going to file legal action against them.
Well, that means probably was doing something they don't want people to know. If I was here, I'd laugh.
He reiterated that all victims deserve to be heard and treated in a way that would make them feel comfortable enough to show their face and say, this is what happened to me, this is who did it, so the necessary steps can follow. This is not that. These are not stories of actual events, and I have proof of that, he said. I have proof of people who have gone on live and later say, I just wanted some clout. I can't believe they actually posted that shit. How are you going to be a victim and an attacker at the same time? Well, I mean, regardless, I would say that, let's just say if there's two sides of the story, back and forth and all that, it's just messy. I just wouldn't think. My biggest thing about T.I., take this aside, T.I. has been a hot mess for years. It's just been so messy, between the whole thing with him and his wife or ex-wife. I don't even know what the issue. I don't know if they're staying together. I don't know. The whole shit with Mayweather, the shit with them, him and his. Remember we talked about the whole security guard shit, the cop with the shit in L.A., the riding around with the X in L.A. or whatever, the ecstasy in L.A. I mean, it's just been a hot mess. Expeditiously, it's been a mess.
Anyway, I don't see how that's. If I was him, I'd be like, well, I mean, I don't know what to say. I wouldn't say anything. It wouldn't be nothing to defend. I'm like, what, did you have anything to say? I'm like, no, I've never coerced or whatever. Whatever happened, if it happened, that's what happened. It was no coercion or nothing. Well, what do you say about that? That's their story.
But let's just say if that's the case, that do you think he should admit to the Molly? If that's how he gets down, should he admit that admit that he's shooting coke?
He shouldn't have to admit. That's his private life. He shouldn't have to admit any. I wouldn't. I'd be like, well,
right. But I mean,
there probably was a couple of
and
parties.
I get what you're saying.
I'm like, there's probably a couple of parties people had drugs.
And
I'm sure, or drank too much, or took too many drugs, or whatever.
And I get what you're saying.
If somebody abused somebody at one of my parties, it wasn't me or my wife.
But what I'm saying is, if he does get out like that, do you think he won't say that? Because it hurts his brand. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. It wouldn't. How does doing drugs hurt somebody's brand? They drink.
People
drink and smoke.
Because I get that, but
I was doing drugs would hurt your brand.
Because it's obvious that he wants to be known more so as like an intellectual aspect, like
So people who are intellectual don't take cocaine
and Molly
and whatever else. I
mean, you can, but I mean,
right, then,
a lot of African Americans will look like, man, this nigga's just a well-spoken cokehead.
So are a lot of people. So are a lot of people.
I mean, people wouldn't look at him more so the same way they look at
why you don't look at them whether they drink or smoke?
What's old boy's name?
If a person drinks Hennessy or whatever, you don't look at him as a drunk.
What's old boy's name with the wild hair?
Yes or no?
Oh, I wasn't catching your question.
I said if a person drinks and smoke cigarettes, you don't look at them as a drug addict or anything.
It depends on how much they drink.
It doesn't matter how much they drink because a person gets drunk, a person drinks a little bit or toots a little coke. What's the difference?
No, it's a difference.
What?
Because let's just use alcohol for instance.
Okay.
I have had a friend, a real close friend, who's a straight alcoholic.
I'm not talking about a person that's alcoholic.
You just said drinks or smokes.
I said a person who drinks
Right.
occasionally or who toots smoke.
And that's what I'm
toots
saying.
cocaine occasionally. What's the difference?
But I'm explaining it. It's a difference when the usage level. That's what I think. If a person drinks every day, you don't take them as seriously as somebody that socially drinks.
Why does a person have a few sips every day?
No,
Take it seriously.
no. When you're sipping every day, come on.
What's wrong with that? If
Come
a person
on.
comes home and has a beer every day, they come from work. That's a drunk.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm
so
talking
what's
about
the
a
difference
person-
between a person who toots a
your
little bit every
usage?
day?
Like I said, your
I'm
usage.
not. I'm stating what the usage is. You're not listening to me.
Okay.
I said a
usage.
person who drinks every day, a person who toots every day. What's the difference?
First off, there's no real need to drink every day.
That's your opinion.
That's my opinion.
Okay,
but hold
so
on.
that's what I'm
Now-
saying. Your opinion is. I'm not
now-
asking for your opinion.
Now, what do you don't drink? So what? I'm trying to ask this question correctly. My opinion. This is strictly my opinion, I guess. If you're going past on a day, we're talking about somebody who drinks every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're doing 4 beers every day, what is the point of that?
That's for me. That's besides the point. If you're living your life, you're paying your bills, you're doing whatever, you're handling your responsibility. You have 4 bills a day, or you toot 4 lines a day. That's your business. There's no difference between those two people. To me, it can't be a difference. If a person smokes 4 cigarettes or 5 cigarettes or a pack. They're smoking more, but they're still using drugs. You take them serious. If a person smokes 2 packs a day, you take them as serious as a person.
No.
So you take them less serious because a person smokes 2 packs of cigarettes a day?
No, let me finish.
I'm talking about you taking them seriously versus what they're using. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about them whether they're addicted or whether they're drunk, whether they're a cokehead or whatever. I'm saying that a person who normally smokes 2 packs a day, there's something, you don't take them seriously because they smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
No.
All right. That's stupid.
Do you take somebody that smokes 2 packs of cigarettes a day seriously?
Why wouldn't I? Is something wrong with them smoking 2 packs a day? Is something wrong with them intellectually because they smoke?
I'm not saying intellectually.
So what do you mean not taking them seriously?
But from the aspect of actually sitting in one spot for
what that makes you? I has nothing to do with you taking them seriously. I don't know where the
You
fuck
just said that.
You said that. You said you don't take a person seriously because may not take him seriously because he
I said
toots
some
cocaine.
people might not take him
Why
seriously.
not? I said if
Because some
he
people
smokes,
naturally don't
if
like
he's
tutors.
Well, that's their problem. That doesn't mean
Right.
that's their problem. That doesn't mean
Does that make
there's nothing wrong with them.
Does that make you look at T.I. any less because
No.
he toots?
No.
You don't listen to what he says and how he talks and be like, this nigga's a cokehead.
Well, then why you don't say that about somebody who's smoking cigarettes? Or drinking occasionally. Or drinks or have a drink every day.
So what you're saying is we just don't know how much he's using.
It doesn't matter how much he's using. If what he's doing doesn't affect him handling his business and take care of his family himself, and him speaking and showing up and doing things, what does it matter what he's doing in private life? Everybody's doing something. So how can you discount?
And I get that, but as a celebrity,
it doesn't matter if it's
it
a
doesn't
celebrity.
matter. You don't think it matters?
They're people. No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't, but
No.
it does. I agree, it shouldn't, but it does.
Because
to
the
some
person who's doing the judgment is doing something. Whether they're probably drinking, they're probably smoking. So how are they on? How they say they don't take T.I. seriously? They're doing drugs themselves too. That doesn't make any sense if you have to think. But since we're talking about it, but if you think about it, people do that. But if you have a conversation about it, it shouldn't make any sense. You shouldn't take anybody less seriously because they toot. Why is that even a question? That wouldn't even be a question for me.
Would you take me? It's just as serious if I tooted a lot.
I wouldn't take you serious if I knew you were high at the time. No, but
What do you
I
mean
thought,
if I was high?
whether you were saucy, I wouldn't take you seriously.
So how do you know?
High.
How would you know?
I'd have to make that assessment when I saw you.
Right.
I couldn't make the assessment before I even say you do. Just because I know that you do it.
Now, if you knew I got saucy a lot, you wouldn't say.
If you came to me and you told me something happened, and I know you do that. I said, were you high at the time? That may make a determination if you're more believable or not to me. But that doesn't in no way say off the top because you do it that you're not. That's what you said.
So you wouldn't look at T.I. and be like, this nigga be saying some shit like he might be on coke.
No, well, I can say that. Well, he might be drunk. If I know he drinks, if I know T.I. drinks, do I say every time he says something, is a nigga drunk?
You could.
If that's what I want, but I wouldn't. But I'm saying you said. Besides that, you said off the top people would take him less seriously because people know he's
right.
serious.
I think it's about image. That's what I'm saying. Do you think
it should be because a lot of people do things. So if they make judgments other than themselves by what they do onto somebody else about somebody else, then that's them. But we're talking about it, so I'm asking a question. If you ask that question, would you take him less seriously because he toots a little? Why would you even ask that? Because people drink a little. You don't take them any less seriously. Why would you take him less seriously?
Because with him, I've noticed, maybe other people have noticed, but I noticed his brand now is more so to be like a social, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out, though. A social influencer.
Don't those people drink?
A more like a, what's the dude with the crazy hair's name with the glasses? I can't think of
Professor something. I can't remember his name. I'm thinking about it.
It seems
Cornel West.
It seems like T.I. is trying to be more of a Cornel West figure, so it hurts his brand for that. That's what I'm saying.
How do you know Cornel West don't? He probably drinks every now and then.
Oh yeah.
Okay then. So
I think one of the times I saw him, he was drunk.
Okay, so then what the problem is?
He was arguing with somebody. I said Cornel West is drunk.
Well, I'm just saying you take him. I mean, if he can drink, why can't T.I. too?
I don't know.
All right then. So I'm not understanding what the question was.
I'm just shocked you're so pro toot when you
I'm
don't
not
even do
pro
drugs.
anything.
You're pro toot.
No, I'm not. I can't decide for somebody else what they want to do.
Huh.
How's that got to? What does it mean pro toot? I don't. They want to do drugs. That's on them. They don't have anything to do with me.
Do you think you'll ever do drugs in your lifetime?
No, I'm too old for that shit.
Why not?
Why would I need to?
Why not do it too?
I don't need them to.
Just fuck it. Just to say I tried it.
Nope.
And it wasn't for me.
I ain't tried jumping off of anything that's too high just to say I tried it either.
You wouldn't have one drink with me just to try it. Why?
Because I don't need to.
If I said, man, it's my birthday, have a drink with me.
I have some juice or something. I have a drink with you, but it won't be any alcohol.
I'm shocked you came to T.I.'s defense on this one.
I'm not in nobody's defense. I'm saying that you shouldn't, because he decides what to do in his private life, you shouldn't make any judgment unless you want what you do in your private life to be judged also.
I agree.
So then, if that's what he want to do, that's what he want to do.
As long as he's not forcing people to do it and yada yada yada.
What? That's not. I would say if he's
putting
not forcing,
guns to bitches' heads.
That's what he want to do. I would be mad if it was somebody I knew or it was somebody I cared about.
Wait a minute. So you're not mad in general if he's putting guns to bitches' heads?
Why would I be? Why would I be?
I'm gonna re-listen to this and I'm gonna have a lot of laughs.
Why? Why would I?
I don't know.
I should be mad.
The way you're saying.
Okay, so I should be mad because another bitch is with T.I. He pulls a gun out on her. I should be mad.
I'm not saying it, but the way.
What are you talking?
Just the way you
is that what you asked?
The way you said. Why should I?
Is that what you asked?
That is what I asked. Oh gosh, man, I've had this eye twitch that I've developed over like the last month.
Hennessy.
My eye.
You call it Hennessy eye. Saucy eye. You get saucy too much.
Saucy Eye Syndrome.
Saucy itis.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have me a drink and
See?
study in a bit. Fine.
See?
And I'm gonna be playing T.I. Let's Get Away. I'm playing.
See?
I won't be bumping T.I.
That's sauciness.
I won't be bumping
You
the
got
tipster.
saucy eye.
Baby. That is funny. Saucy Eye Syndrome. I don't got nothing else.
You sure?
That was funny. I mean, we'll know.
I'm saying,
what
but why
happens with
should
the allegations.
Are you mad that he did that?
I don't care for T.I. regardless.
So why you ask me the question? It is funny if I say the same.
Because it's just a general question, I guess.
I don't think so. No, I'm not upset at all.
You know, I just wanted to know if people would look at T.I. differently if they knew he was a major tutor and a major connoisseur of Molly.
I don't see why they look at any difference if he's going out to the bars and drinking and shit and hanging out. What's the difference?
Yeah. No. All right. Got nothing else?
You done?
We done.
No, I can't remember the shit I had last week I wanted to talk about.
We done dizzle.
All right, we out.
Holla.